Welcome back. Last episode, we rebuilt this 49cc Yamaha pre-bug engine into this, a Stage6 70cc Mark II Pro monster with the Stage6 big valve intake. This episode, all this Stage6 goodness goes in there. Alright, before we get going, let's look at some of the parts that are going into this motor. First of all, we have the Stage6 clutch. Stage6 clutch bell. We have the Stage6 variator face. The Stage6 variator. And a set of Stage6 rear gears. First job to do is a set of rear gears. So I've got these ones from Stage6. They're already pre-pressed. They're 1343 or 331. So we'll whip this cover off, jam these gears in, and then we can proceed with the rest of the stuff inside there. We have a slight problem. It seems this S6 primary gears do not fit the pre-bug secondary gears. The pre-bug primary gears have got 12 tooth and the S6 have got 13 tooth, so it's not a match, they're not working, which is a little bit annoying because it doesn't say that they don't fit. But anyway, maybe there needs to be some S6 secondary gears that need to be fitted, so I need to go away, have a look back, and unfortunately it looks like I'm gonna have to order those parts and get them shipped out. So we're gonna bolt this back together. Hold up, wait 1 minute. Let's rewind that last comment. I have had an epiphany, if you will. Why can't I just mix and match the sprockets? So to do that, I needed to go get a press. Now what I've managed to do, this is the new Stage6 13 tooth little sprocket. And this is the Stage6 big sprocket. So I pushed them apart and rejoined them. So we've got OEM 12 tooth sprocket on Stage6 big sprocket. Problem resolved. So now I can keep going and install those gears as I originally had planned. No delays, no ordering parts, and no expensive shipping. But before I do that, I've got one more thing that I need to do. I need to change this guy here for this guy here, the S6 one. So let's go over to the device, let's get busy with a hammer, and let's swap these bad boys around. Then we can button up this part of the build. Now that that's done, of course, it's time to put it all back together, and what better way to do it than a brand new OEM gasket to make sure it never leaks and is 100% sealed.
It's at this point I start to think, how good would it be if Stage 6, Maxi Scoot or Scooter Attack would sponsor these videos? I mean, come on guys, jump on board. Moving on now to the Stage6 MK2 Pro torque control clutch. I'm using the orange medium springs and the Stage6 Contra spring. It's easiest to put it on the floor, squish it down, put your foot on it, then do it up. A couple of ugga duggers and this baby is done.
Alright, here we are. Clutch is back together. It is all looking fantastic. But before we move forward, we've got to use a belt. So I've got this Supertech belt here. It is slightly longer than the OEM belt to allow full belt travel. So we'll chuck that on the clutch, then move forward to the variator.
Time now to place in the variator. The Stage6 variator is filled with 5-gram rollers all the way around. Now a keen eye will notice I have removed the stock starter motor, but in its place I've retained the Boss and put a 2.8mm washer.
To go in the place of the starter motor and fill that hole that is left, I've got this little pop stuffer that I believe is the perfect fit for that hole. That will stop any debris getting in there, and of course it'll act as some sort of ventilation for the CVT to allow the hot air to get out. So I'm going to go ahead and put that guy in there. Alright, now that we've got the clutch bell, the belt and the variator in place, time for carburetor. And the carburetor of choice this time is of course the Polini CP21. Trusty carburetor, always gets the job done. And to make it all work properly, I have a carburetor airbox adapter. So let's get this guy on this motor. Alright guys, that is it. That is the motor absolutely built. It is jam-packed full of all the best bits from Stage 6. Hopefully this thing absolutely rips and I can't wait to get it started. I chucked this cover back on, but if you have a look at it, it's need of a lot of attention and a fair bit of love, so that will have to wait. But you guys can catch up with the next part of the build on the next episode. See you then.